guys, like and subscribe.
He's hanging around.
Huh?
He's staying around.
Yeah, I've got until 1:45 today.
We get a body cam on as well. And obviously,
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
cheers. I need you drop 20 obviously they're marching.
They're going at 12, they said.
Yeah, they're marching.
Yeah.
That's the issue. To do as well. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I ain't got any key rings on me. Fuck. I ain't got any key rings. Hands in a bit. Yeah.
I think I'll do the rest of the day. I'm going to St. Martin's Barbecue. Actually, my friend just got me tickets. No, you seen it?
Hi guys, welcome to the live.
No, this is
Everybody who is here to support the Bring People Home from Hospital campaign, we want to get everybody gathered together so we can start in about 5 minutes. We would love you to come here and have your photograph taken as one big group. So if you can make your way here, that'd be absolutely fantastic.
Let me see actually. Let me turn this up. I might be able to do it with the body cam.
Which GoPro do you have? Can I get the
No, this
10?
is the action one.
Oh, right.
I'm an action. I'll get in a GoPro soon though.
Yeah. It's good because with this one you can do different angles.
Yeah.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Right, hello, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Simone Anthony from 3 Hour People Campaign Inclusion London. If you're here to support the Bring People Home from Hospital campaign, please make yourself, can we all gather together first for a photograph to be taken so we can start promptly at 12 o'clock to start the rally where everybody comes to be with us. Yeah, so you know what you can do. Yeah. If you don't want to be in the picture, then can you please to begin with, can you please make sure you're on the left-hand side out of the shot of the camera, if that's possible. Thank you.
So those who want to be on the picture can just come like here behind where always here.
Or if anybody needs any help, please let us know.
No, thank you.
Leslie, you started to go away on late.
I was hoping you would help to get know how to organize
Welcome everybody to the live. We're just doing a group picture and then we'll be off. At this moment in time there's no police here, which I'm shocked about, but they are marching, so
Aisha, come in. Right, everybody ready? Combs, not hospitals. Homes 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 not hospitals. Not hospitals. Homes 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 not hospitals. Institutions, not solutions. Institutions, not solutions. Are not solutions.
I got my. I think it is. I did put in the group chat last night. I said no.
It's just kind of constantly. It's quite good for me.
This must be speaker.
Okay. Hello everyone. How wonderful it is to see so many of you here today supporting Bring People Home from Hospital's Day of Action. Today our aim is to get our voices heard about the thousands of us who are still locked up in psychiatric hospitals with no prospect of being set free by the state. My name is Simone Aspis. I am Free Our People Now campaigns manager, which is supported by Inclusion London. Okay, Inclusion London. Okay, Inclusion London. Okay, a disabled people's-led organisation. Free Our People campaign is a national campaign that is set up by people with learning difficulties, stroke, disabilities and autistic people to end inappropriate hospital detention on the grounds of disability once and for all. Bring People Home from Hospital is a national network of autistic people and people with learning difficulties and learning disabilities, and they're user-led organisations. We are here today because of the following. 80% more autistic people are now being locked up in hospital under the Mental Health Act 1983 between 2020 and 2024. People with learning difficulties, stroke, disabilities are still locked up in hospitals. Shame on you. Shame on you. Mental health bill will do nothing to move us out of hospital into our own homes. Shame on you. Shame on you. Government ministers refuse to meet us and hear our voice and the changes we want to the mental health bill as set out in our flyers. Today we are going to make sure we secure a meeting with Gillian Moran and Stephen Kinnock, the ministers responsible for the mental health bill and social care. Before we start with the rally, I will hand over to Tracy Lazard, our Chief Executive, who will just go through some housekeeping.
Hello everybody, bear with me, I've got some housekeeping, nothing kind of sexy or mobilising to talk about, just housekeeping. So, yeah, I think we've taken lots of films already, but if you don't want your picture being taken, please just stick your hand up so we can get a sense of who you are. Right, okay, a few things. We know it's really, really hot today, so we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves and don't get sunstroke. There's a Tesco's near the station where you can buy snacks. We've got loads of water to give out, and we have got suntan lotion if you need it. Unfortunately, the accessible toilet in Westminster Station is not working, but there are accessible loos at the Methodist Central Hall, which is just 5 minutes away behind us here, and we have a couple of PAs. Can our PAs put their hand up? Please, Daniela, Saeed, great, and a couple of other people. So if you do need assistance to get to the loo, just let us know. Right, so also, basically anybody with an Inclusion London t-shirt is here to help. So if you've got any questions, let us know. We will also be going along to the Department of Health and Social Care, and we're going to do that in a calm and orderly and safe way. And please kind of follow the directions of people that have got the high-vis shirts, vests on, and the Inclusion London tops.
Guys, please like the live and share it for me, please.
So, just a few ground rules. This day of action is for people with learning difficulties, autistic people, and other people, disabled people, to get our voices heard. This day, being together means lots of different things. We want all to feel welcome and be supported to have our voices heard on this day of action. We need to understand we have different experiences. Sorry. We can be selective, mute, stim, wear ear defenders, tick, rock, or do whatever makes us feel okay or calm. Some of us will have had lots of bad, sad and horrible times in our lives, in or outside psychiatric hospital. Some of us may be angry, but it's very unlikely it will be with you. Please be kind to each other where we can. This is a non-judgmental space for our friends who have different ideas and behaviour from ourselves. We need to be welcoming and friendly to everybody. So we ask everyone please to ask before touching someone or their bags or other things. Please feel free to ask Inclusion London staff if you're in distress or need any support. And think about peer support, either by coming with someone or reaching out to somebody today. People can say no to speaking, walking, doing eye contact or anything else. You can step out of this activity anytime you feel unsafe. We are going to go to the Department of Health and ask to fix a date to meet with Baroness Merrill or Kinnock, and we plan to stay there until we secure a commitment to meet. However, in the very, very unlikely event that they call the police, we will be asking everybody to follow the police instructions. We are determined to keep people safe, and not let anybody be exposed to being arrested. So don't worry, that is a really, really outside thing. It's not going to happen. This is a peaceful protest. At the end of the rally,
I will drop Simon a message in a minute as well.
When we get to the Department of Health, Simone will start talking again, and we've got some custom-made chants as well and some music. I'm going to hand back over to Simone now.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. We have a list of very important speakers for us to address our rally today. So the first person I want to call up is Adi and Leslie from My Life, My Choice. Okay. Where are you?
I'm here.
Okay, let's move out. Okay, great. And Adi? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You hold the mic for us. Okay, thank you.
Living in mental health hospitals is hard. I'm Leslie, I'm from Reading. I am here to protest about long stay mental hospitals. You may think hospitals are a safe place. You tell me where a place where they don't wrong in the community, and then my mental health got really bad. So I'm sorry if you thought at first you need hospital help, but locking up is no longer too long. Far too long. 21 years there was abuse and hatred, and couldn't trust the nurses or doctors because they used to be on their side too. I felt low and was away from home, from family. One place I was in Northampton, only saw my mum once a month. Once a month, I can go out in the public on my own. They usually lock up in the room, to be secluded. Because I've broken confidentiality rules, and if you play up, you will go into seclusion. I hate the system through.
Sorry guys, I'm not replying to a chat at the minute.
Life locked up in a mental health unit is hard, but you don't need to happen. I felt a breakthrough by meaning my breath. I get my breath again. out of myself to get there. I want to have a good support team, make my own decisions and be my own person. I want the government to make people ensure they're not long pushed into locked away. They must stop places treating people horribly way. We will live in creative, not objects. They need better advocate services in their places and activities, my point of view. People need to be able to tell their stories and take action. Government should hear us. Rather than tell us to be quiet. We need to shout out our rights and listen to listen. Thank you.
What a lovely.
Thank you. Thanks, Leslie.
How you doing? Yeah.
Can you hold it?
Yeah,
not easy for reading. Am I start?
Yep.
I'm reading on behalf of Lucy. This is wrong and we are damaging people. I am Lucy. I'm a trustee at a learning disability self-advocacy charity My Life, My Choice. And I'm speaking to you today because I want to get justice for myself and other people like me. I had a breakdown when I was 12. I got lots of love and support from my parents, but not from the system. I ended up in an absolute state was sectioned in a mental health hospital during the school holidays. The hospital was not a nice place. Putting an autistic person in a loud ward with lots of lights and is sensory hell. Then being held down for hours just for showing signs of distress. And then I was away from my family with a group of strangers who said they looked after me and told my parents they looked after me, but they didn't. My physical needs were not met. My educational needs were not met. My sensory needs were not. On the same occasion, my solicitor wasn't allowed in or laid. Now have Now take my books away. In short, none of my rights were met. The worst part was being forced to do the same stuff or not being able to do stuff. Even now, I never take for granted basic things like being able to walk or out of my door at home, or being allowed to make a phone call or read. Now I have my own flat with my own frog in my own space. I can get up when I want, and I no longer have the fear someone is going to stick in a needle in me if I do something like they don't like. If I go for a walk or even just outside, it brings all the memories back. The staff saying, "You've done you're done, you're 15.
Yeah.
15 minutes of exercise. Or sticking a tube down my nose. It's if I take more than half an hour for a meal. It's getting the control back. That's why I feel safe now. The government needs to get off their backside and do something. I want to be nice to them, so they will work with us. But this has to stop. We can't lock people away just for being disabled or behaving in a different way. No one should be hurt or die in a long-stay hospital or because of something that has happened in one. It is now the government's duty with this new bill to protect the people and undoing the damage that has happened to me and many others. That's it. Well done. Woo! Well done,
Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, AD, and Lucy and Leslie for your contributions for today. Very powerful. Shame on you, government. Shame on you, government. Shame on you, government. So, next people we'll call up is Joe and Sophie from All Wales People First.
My name is Joe Powell. Oh, that's loud enough, that's good.
That's great. Well, you can
My name is Joe Powell. I am the Chief Executive of All Wales People First, and we are a national umbrella. We are a national umbrella body organisation for people with learning disabilities across Wales. It's very alarming that it has become necessary to hold this protest here today. I never thought that a day like this would ever come in my lifetime. A day when we have to remind the government that a learning disability is not a mental health issue. That people with learning disabilities should not have to be incarcerated like prisoners because the services they are entitled to cannot be provided. No one has ever questioned the moral argument we have put forward. Yet we have become stuck on a merry-go-round of no change and, quite frankly, little hope of real change until there is greater rigidity in the system to hold people to account. Incarceration in an assessment and treatment units steals lives in situations where the services people are entitled to cannot be provided. This is grossly unacceptable. Learning disability is not a mental health condition.
It's a charge.
The people who are being incarcerated and their families and carers are really suffering. The places they are being put into are not just inappropriate, they are also very harmful to their well-being. The appropriate support they need is not being provided, and many are suffering from great anxiety and distress. These places are severely harming so many people who are misplaced in them. In 1983 in Wales, the Forward-Thinking All Wales strategy recognised that a learning disability is not a mental health issue and that people with learning disabilities should not be placed in hospitals. They should be entitled to live ordinary lives in their communities. Through this innovative strategy over the years, Wales led the way both in the United Kingdom and in Europe. The old stay hospitals closed down and people with learning disabilities did indeed start to live in their local communities. Despite what policy and frameworks would have us believe, in practice, this is reversing in the United Kingdom. Often when society becomes sick, it is the most vulnerable that pay the price. Anyone here today may become sick, disabled or vulnerable in some way and find themselves without the means to support themselves. What we are talking about today sets dangerous precedents for vulnerable groups of people, especially when times are becoming tougher and resources are tightening. Dangerous compromises are being made to remedy the political challenges that face us. It could be you next. I ask you this question: is it right and proper that people with learning disabilities are locked up in mental health facilities because the services they need cannot be provided?
No. It's wrong.
Well, if we really think it's wrong, then it's crucial that we send a clear message to decision makers today and onwards until change happens. That this is not acceptable in the United Kingdom, that the people of the United Kingdom will not stand for it. All Wales People First is proud to support the Bring Our People Back Home campaign, and we will continue to support anyone across the United Kingdom who make similar protests. Homes not hospitals, victory for self-advocacy.
Hospitals. Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Sophie Hinksman. I'm a member of the All Wales People First, the West Wales Dream Team, and I also co-chair the Learning Disability Ministerial Advisory Group in Wales. I've lived independently in my own place for 18 years. Friends and colleagues often describe me as an ambassador for people with learning disabilities. I've campaigned on a lot of issues over the years. What we highlighted today is especially important to me. The issues we're talking about have not only affected me personally, they have affected my friends too. I'd like to share a bit about my own personal experience with you today. A few years ago, I was suffering badly with depression. I just couldn't pick myself up from it. I tried to get professional help, but nobody seemed to understand what I needed. It didn't feel like doctors understood me. I didn't feel supported as a person with a learning disability. I eventually had a mental health breakdown and was put into a mental health hospital. My first stay was for 28 days. During that time, I was moved around in and out of county. After that, I was put on a 6-week coping strategy course. The course was okay, but I had another crisis a few months later. I was put back into hospital again. Looking back now, I'm confident if the right support for my learning disability had been there from the start, I wouldn't have needed to be put into hospital. I certainly wouldn't have needed a second hospital stay. For me, the big problems stem from a lack of understanding about learning disabilities. Some staff have a good attitude and seem to care, but that has felt like a lottery for me. Some don't care. Staff who work in mental health don't seem to have the right experience or knowledge of learning disabilities. They may be excellent at mental health, but that is no good on its own. When I'm a person with a learning disability and need the right mental health support, medical staff who work with people with learning disabilities need to have proper learning disability training and experience. For me, I have a learning disability nurse. For me, having a learning disability nurse would have made a big difference. Another thing I've noticed while I was in and out of hospital, you can only have what's available, not what works for you. I don't like adult colouring. Gardening is okay if it's not raining. A 6 weeks course clearly didn't fix my mental health crisis. I didn't fit in those boxes that were prescribed to me. But there was no alternative. I put a lot of weight on at hospital, which added to my anxiety. We had to eat what we were given. There was no choice about meals. They weren't healthy meals. The grounds felt like a prison, big fences. There was no feeling of freedom. It isn't somewhere I'd ever want to go back to. Nobody should have to call those places home. Those hospitals are very noisy with people shouting their needs and wants from all corners. They are not good places to feel at ease when you don't understand what is happening to you. And when you
please like a like and share it, guys.
We must not confuse mental health with learning disability. They are very different. I am a person with a learning disability who needed some help with my mental health. Mine was a much worse experience than it needed to be because I had no specialist support as a person with a learning disability. People with learning disabilities need the right support close to their family and friends. The Human Rights Act tells you that we all have the right to liberty, yet some of the experiences we're hearing are a big worry that it's not being held for everyone. We need homes, not hospitals. 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 Homes, not hospitals.
Winter, are you able to play the chants? Yeah, okay. So, before I introduce the next contribution, Robert from Sheffield. Robert is a guy with learning difficulties. who is from Sheffield Voices. He was just off Bristol Lock today, and he's decided, as he's unable to attend with us, he's given us some chance.
I need to be, I'm going to have to cover this for them. I'm going to be over here for about 5 minutes. I'm quick, I'm going to have to cover it for them. I'm going to have to cover this by them. So, and I also need to drop somebody a message as well. Oh God, the Palestinians are here. The Palestinians are here.
How do the two go together? Like,
I don't know.
They're always a bit confused about that.
I need to go back over there really, in a minute. God, we're just going to have a look around this side. There's Palestinians here, I know that.
They said it was something like the COVID, when they did the COVID.
Oh no, I'm not covering that. We get monetized, we get strikes on YouTube for it.
Oh, just
no, we get strikes for that on YouTube.
Oh, right.
I'm monetized, so I can't risk it.
Yeah, that's fine, sorry.
Alright, literally, I cannot risk it. With me being monetized, I cannot risk it.
Yeah, no, that's my bad. I wasn't aware. My apologies.
Someone comes on
Lost my spot now, thanks to you.
Sorry, my bad.
If you're not monetized, you can go and do it. I'm not risking it.
I've already gone.
Alright.
If you're on Instagram, it doesn't matter though. You get more than that.
Okay, right. So our next speaker is Alexis Quinn.
Hi everyone, Simone, thank you so much for inviting us and getting us all together today. It's really heartwarming to be here. I was in hospital for 4 years, felt very, very alone during those 4 years. It's great to see Dorothy's sign because I don't think there should be coercion for anybody.
No!
It's out, you know, I was restrained repeatedly, locked in solitary confinement for many days, weeks and months. I was sat next to my excrement, I was fed on the floor, I was eating with my hands. This isn't okay for anybody. So I think homes not hospitals, absolutely. And how do we make change? Because I think the Mental Health Act isn't going to do that. For me, for people like me, for maybe some of you, it's a constant threat. That threat doesn't go away. You experience something happens which is normal for any human being, and that distress is misinterpreted. That's got to stop. There needs to be some awareness. And I hear the government saying, oh, we're going to improve services, mental health services, services for autistic people, services for learning disabilities. And I would ask, what services? What services are there? Because I haven't seen any. Certainly in my area, I live in Kent, it takes about 18 months, 2 years to get any therapy, and that's after multiple appeals. So we need, all of us need government to invest and build some services. We need changes to the Mental Health Act which are actually going to be impactful, and nobody's listening. So Baroness Merron, Stephen Kinnock, et al, everybody, thank you so much. We need to hear Red Streeting, thank you. We need you to listen. Please make a meeting with us. Thanks for being here today, everybody. Homes, not hospitals. 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 Homes, not hospitals.
hospitals. Homes, not 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 hospitals. No more barriers. Break them down. Break them down. No more barriers. 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 Break them down.
Our voices matter.
Who's got a voice?
We got a voice.
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 Who's got a voice? So, the next two people who we are giving a voice to is Sam and Raymond from People First. Okay, yeah, they're here. Come down. Wave, Sam. Yeah. Oh, there you are, Sam. Where's Ray? Oh, he's had to come over. Okay. Do I hold it to you, or do you want to hold it?
Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Johnson and today I want to talk about something very important. It is not fair that people like us are being locked up in hospitals for a long time. Many of us are kept in these places even when we don't need to be there. That means we are taken away from our homes and loved ones, not allowed to live in our communities, kept far from our families and friends. Being locked away like this takes away our freedom and rights. It feels like we are being thrown away from society, but keeping us locked does not mean we disappear. We are there. We are people. We matter, and we deserve to be treated like everyone else. It's time to change the system. We want to be respected and treated like people. Safe are in our community, supported to live in homes and not locked up like animals, to be listened to. We are not our labels. We are not just patients. We are not just cases. We are people first. Thank you for listening.
stand next to me, you'll be fine.
No more barriers!
Bring them down!
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 Who's got a voice?
We got a voice!
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 I won't have a voice.
Want a drink and go?
Free our people now! Free our people now! Free our people now!
Free our people now!
Free our people now!
Free our people now!
Free our people now!
Free our people now!
Homes, not hospitals!
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 Hospitals.
Homes, not hospitals!
Homes, not hospitals.
Homes, not hospitals!
Homes, not hospitals.
Homes, not hospitals!
Homes, not hospitals.
Homes, not hospitals!
So, hospitals. Not hospitals. Homes, 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 not hospitals.
Homes, not hospitals!
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 Homes, not hospitals.
Who's got a voice?
Who's got a voice?
Who's got a voice?
We got a voice!
Who's got a voice?
We got a voice!
Who's got a voice?
We got a voice!
No more barriers!
Break them down!
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 So our next speaker is Avi from Brighton Autistic Movement. Met each other and she's come along to speak to us. So let's give her a big. Come on in there.
Yeah.
Hi everyone! I'm autistic and have a learning disability. Today, last minute, because I've had some experience in hospital. I first of all want to shout, this Labour government have been people in need, people
Shame on them!
Shame on Labour! Shame on Labour! Shame on Labour!
Shame on Labour! Shame on Labour! I'm an autism trainer, speaker and activist. Co-authoring an article for the Mental Capacity Act, and as a result of this, last year after coming out of hospital I created a song that I'm going to... So everyone's welcome to join in, and I'll do my speech when we get to the next department. You try to... You're the one who caused the... Where are the consequences to your mistakes? What did the system achieve? 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 Leaving people in crisis? I'm not the only one whose life's at stake. Do you find it fun watching us people break? system achieve? What did the system achieve? You let me down, let me down. I'm standing proud, standing proud. Abuse of power, system failed again. Put the burden on the NHS. New support provider, SECO, different from the rest. They get me perfectly, social care pushed it to the test. Vicious cycle, leaving me powerless. Broken down, 1 year in hospital. No life,
please like and share the live, guys. Sorry, I have to focus on what I'm doing.
Then came the day NHS battled social care. Then came the day SECO support reinstated. Was it worth making me hopeless when in the end you had to implement it anyway? What did the system achieve? Come on, Labour, you need to support us.
Our next speaker is Leo.
Go Leo.
Hi, so my name is Leo Andrade and I'm a parent. What can I say about ATUs and mental health hospitals? What do they do? What
Hold it
purpose
nearer.
do they serve? I tell you what they don't do. Help autistic and LD people. But I will say what they do. They destroy lives, they destroy families, they kill autistic people, they abuse people with autism and learning disabilities, and everything that comes with it. All the abuse that people suffer, mental, verbal, physical, sexually, chemical, restraint and drug abuse. All for the sake of curing people with autism and learning disability. There is no cure for autism and learning disability. That's what mental hospitals do. And they did to my child and thousands of others. If you think the suffering does end when they live in 80 years, you are so wrong. To start, they still have restrictions, dolls and court of protections. Their lives are a living hell. In and out of institutions in the community. I call the community care mini ATUs in the community, a modern community, a modern ATU. We all end up suffering from PTSD. My son suffers from PTSD. The trauma is a mental nightmare every single day. This doesn't just happen to them, it happens to the whole of the family. So what do I say to mental institutions? They are a living hell. Let's close them down. Bring people out now.
And it's louder.
Our voices matter.
Our voices matter.
Our voices.
Our voices matter.
Our voices matter.
Our voices matter.
Our voices matter.
Free our people now.
Free our people now.
Free our people now.
Free our people now.
Shame on Starmer.
Shame on Starmer.
Shame on Starmer.
Shame on Starmer.
Change the laws.
Change the laws.
Free our people now.
Local authorities.
Homes, not hospitals.
Homes not. not hospitals. Homes not hospitals.
Homes, not hospitals.
Who's got a voice? Who's got a voice? Who's got a voice?
13 minutes left.
I'll be off this point anyway. But I might do. I might get him going past a little bit.
Yeah, I'll stand behind the camera still.
Okay, so we are now going to. We are now going to play Robert's song by Ines Moran and Steve. It's two of them. Yeah, of course, yeah. And then did you want to play with
Stand back here for a minute. Go back up there in a sec.
I might go to the shade if that's right. I'll be around here. If it's really cold, so I'll come and.
Yeah, fine. There shouldn't be any trouble anyway.
Absolutely profoundly shocked that someone could be just comprehensively failed over decades to
Even in it, we are in this planet. Don't take